Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Taylor, and today I'm just going to be doing a June wrap-up. So I'm going to go through all of the books I read this month, tell you a little bit about each one of them, and then tell you what I thought about them. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. Alright, so I have my little app here that tells me all of my ratings and everything. Starting off the month very strong. I started with the Gilded Cage, which is actually the second book in the Prison Healer trilogy by Lynette Noni. So this book, these books specifically, I'm not going to really go into this book because it kind of will spoil the first book, but these books are about Kiva. She is in a death prison, and she's basically been in there since she was really young. She went in with her dad. She's trying to keep this woman that is the rebel queen alive, and yeah, I don't want to go too far into it because I don't want to spoil anything, but a little spoiler for the next book as well. I gave every single one of these 5 stars because I thoroughly enjoyed them. I cannot say enough good things about these books. I'm not a huge fantasy reader at this point. Like, I'm trying to get more into it, but up until this point I haven't read a whole lot of fantasy, and this fantasy series specifically really kept me intrigued. It kept me entertained. I did not want to put any of them down, so yeah, this one got 5 stars. And then of course the second book I read in the month of June was The Blood Trader by Lynette Noni, which is the third book in this trilogy. Again, 5 stars. Same as the first book I read in the month of June. And yeah, highly recommend these books. Super good in my opinion. The third book I read in the month of June was Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This book, I had high expectations because everybody loves these books, and I'm not saying I didn't like it. I did. However, after reading this series, going to this was a bit of a letdown, which I probably did that to myself because I went from really high intensity, entertaining, fast-paced book series to a romance, a rom-com. So I might have done that to myself, but yeah, this one kind of fell a little bit short for me. I ended up giving this one a 3.5 stars, so not bad. I would recommend giving this series a try because everybody loves them, and I am excited for Daydream to come out, so I guess that says something. But yeah. This book follows Russ and Aurora as they kind of are trying to figure out their relationship. They're both camp counselors, and it's a little bit of a forbidden romance because counselors aren't supposed to commingle with other counselors, so it's a bit of forbidden romance. But yeah, I don't want to say too much again because I don't want to give anything away. I'm so scared of like spoiling something for somebody, so if you want to know more, I would just go ahead and pick this book up. The fourth book I read in June was Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver, and I ended up giving this book 3 stars, which was really disappointing for me because this book has been so hyped up. I'm not gonna lie, I usually love stuff like this, but for some reason this one was cringing me out so bad. I don't know. I think the smuttier scenes really just got to me, and I wasn't a huge fan of those. So yeah, this one was kind of a disappointment for me, but it's all good. I know a lot of other people really love it, so I would still recommend you giving it a shot, of course. But this book follows Sloane and Rowan, who are both serial killers, and both of them, their main thing is to kill other serial killers. So that's the big point of this book, and of course the romance that blossoms between the two of them. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna read the second and third book in this series. Obviously the third one's not out yet, but the second one is, and I'm not sure if I should read that or not. So if you've read it, let me know down below if I should read it or not, because I'm still unsure if I want to. The fifth book I read in June was This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I ended up giving this book a 3.5 stars. Again, super cute, super fun little summer romance, and I actually really liked this one compared to her release last year, which was, I have to find it in my bookshelf because I don't know where it's at. Is it Meet Me at the Lake? What the heck? I don't know where it's at in my bookshelves. It's somewhere. It has to be on here somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I can't find it, but I did really enjoy this one in comparison to her release from last year. However, her first book, I think Every Summer After, at least that's the first book from her that I read. I'm not sure if it's her first book ever, but that is definitely my favorite book of hers. So this one definitely falls in the middle, but I honestly really enjoyed it. So this book follows Lucy, who is a tourist vacationing at a beach house on Prince Edward Island, and she ends up meeting Felix, who is a local on the island, and they end up having some fun together, if you know what I mean. They end up figuring out that Felix is actually Lucy's best friend's brother, and one of the main rules that Lucy's best friend gave to Lucy was not to fall in love with her brother. So they have to kind of figure out what they're going to do from there. It kind of just follows them throughout the next couple of years and how they end up managing their relationship. So again, super cute, super fun, very, very, very easy read for the summertime. Highly recommend this one. The next book I read this month was Ready or Not by Cara Stone, and I gave this one, again, a 3.5 stars. So this month was just filled with 3.5 stars. I don't know what was going on, if I'm just not the same as far as rom-coms go nowadays, because every one I've given 3.5 stars recently. This book follows Eve, who ends up becoming pregnant, and it's not expected. It's after like a one-night stand, and basically her best friend's brother, yeah, I read 2 best friend's brothers romances in a row on accident. I didn't know that this one actually was that trope, but it ended up being, and I'm not complaining. Her best friend's brother ends up stepping up and pretty much becoming a dream guy. So this just follows them in their journey of trying to figure out what their relationship is going to be and how her relationship is going to be with the baby's father, and so on and so forth. So this was a very entertaining book. I honestly did really enjoy it, but I don't know why I just cannot get past the 3.5 star mark on all of these books. So I would recommend it, but again, it wasn't my favorite ever. The next book I read this month was My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren, and I'm sure you could probably guess what rating I gave it. Yeah, a 3.5 stars. That's correct. Again, super fun book. Honestly, this premise, I've never read anything like it. So this group of friends, it's 4 boys and 1 girl, I believe. I could be wrong about how many guys there are in this friend group, but I'm pretty sure it's 4. And basically they are all professors or about to be professors, and they all work together. Basically, there's the vet coming up and they're all trying to find dates. So they all decide that they're going to get on a dating site and try to find a date that way. But Millie, the girl in the friend group, is a very reserved person, and she doesn't like really getting to know people on deeper levels. Like, she doesn't like telling people about herself. So whenever the boys see her dating site, they end up telling her that it's not going to work. It's kind of bleh compared to all of theirs, which she is the one who kind of made all of theirs so spunky. So they were like, Millie, you have to do better than this. Like, we all know you can. So she ends up making a second dating site under a false name, but it's actually her middle name, and she kind of puts more mysterious pictures up. Can't tell exactly who it is, and basically she ends up chatting up one of her really good friends, who actually they had recently just had some encounters. So yeah, it's really interesting following the plot of this book, seeing how they try to resolve all of this miscommunication, because this book has a ton of miscommunication. Honestly, if this book had just a smidge less miscommunication, it probably would have been a higher rating. But I cannot stand miscommunication in books. It just drives me insane. Other than that, I really did enjoy this book a lot. So I would highly recommend this one. It was really fun and really cute. And then the next book I read this month was actually a reread of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I can't give this book anything other than a 5-star just because it is so nostalgic for me. It is the first fantasy series that I ever read, and I'm never getting past them. I will never get past these books. I love them so much. So yeah, this is of course a 5-star. This book follows Feyre, who her family is, you probably have already heard all about this book. If you haven't read this book series yet, what are you doing? Get on it. Go read it, please. I am begging you. Please go read this. It is everything to me and more. Go read it. So that's the last book I read this month, except I'm actually reading one right now. It is currently June 30th, so the last day of June, and I'm reading Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm almost done though. So I'm gonna try and finish it up tonight, and I will talk about it in my July wrap up. So that's everything for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!